So today I want to spend a little bit of time with you. For those who can't join live, can see this afterwards. So as my channel is developing bit by bit, slowly, I will be, I'll have a video out for you tomorrow. It's already now as scheduled and you can see it and you can click a bell and you'll get a notification once it's airing tomorrow. So tomorrow at around midday or well, a little bit actually 3 p.m. or so in Irish time, UK time, the food or the video haul, the food haul is coming out. I hope that everyone is having a good week. We are approaching the weekend, so those who are off on the weekends are probably excited. And let me know if you have any plans. I'll stick around for a while and we can chat as always. Let me know if you have any tea or coffee or water. Here we are. I have just added a small poll as well, just asking how are you today? And you can pick the answer that is applicable to you. So, how is everyone keeping today? Do you have any plans? Are people working? Are you on holidays maybe? Have some time off? And also, if you're new to my channel, I'm uploading the grocery hauls here in Dublin, Ireland. The grocery hauls are being filmed in Lidl, SuperValu, Duns, Tesco, lots of different shops. Sometimes I'm going to more of a specific shops such as Asia Market in Drury Street. Hi everyone. And I have a video coming out tomorrow. So that was a video filmed in Lidl. I was going through the shop and just looking at the cost of general basic food items such as eggs and cheese and butter and similar. So feel free to join my channel if you like and have a look at the videos that I have. So we have hi from Elizabeth. Hi back to you. How are you keeping today? Oh, you are my top fan. That's great. And it's nice to meet you virtually. That's great. You probably have been already commenting under some of my videos and have been watching quite actively because whenever I see that somebody has this like a badge, it means that they're my top fan. The poll is so far going slow enough, no answers yet. I'm just asking, how are you today? So, Elizabeth, let us know if you are stopping by for the first time or if you have been around for a while here. I always wish that, I always enjoy most when people comment and are active during these live streams because it's much more interactive for me and for yourselves. But I also think that um, because I have about 2,500 views, or sorry, the subscribers. So I am, so to speak, a small YouTuber. You know, it's um, it's not easy to know when is the good time for people to join and things like that. And you would be surprised sometimes the times that the YouTube would predict that are good for live streams may not be suitable for your viewers. So that's a bit of a, you still have to do it, but you may not get people to join it. So I suppose another way of connecting with yourselves would be just posting this video, and those who would like, they can have a look. So my question, how are you today? We have one vote saying good. Well, good is always good. So what's the weather like where you are? I am in Dublin, Ireland. I am looking around, and you know what? I'm almost afraid to say it, but I don't think that it's raining. I think it's dry. It's been raining bad for the past 4, 5 days. It's been wet. The concrete, the grass, everything. And, the puddles, like everything is just overflowing pretty much. I've seen ducks yesterday in a puddle that's now pretty much like this. So how are we doing today? Are we having any tea, any coffee? Great to see people saying hi in the chat. I'm on my phone and I don't think I can actually reply on the comments. So I'm replying like here. We have person saying it's also been raining here in Scotland. And we have someone else saying about to grab a coffee. What's nice right here now, guys, that you can see in the chat, you probably can see that as well, the top fan badges. Everyone who is in the chat now, and we have 3 people. We have Elizabeth, Kebra Mystic, Audrey, 3 people total. And all of you are my top fans. So it's nice that I suppose you get to see me, somebody who is creating the videos, the voice behind the videos, and the hands that are filming them. And also I get to chat with yourselves. Really, really appreciate that. So we have Scotland. Audrey, greetings to you. And you said it's been raining here. I think that we're still expecting rain until this Saturday or even the next one. So let's brace ourselves. I've been still going for walks. I've been wearing my waterproof trousers and like the coat. It's kind of a heavy duty waterproof. So I have to say that if you walk long enough, even that gets like wet. So, you know. But it's still worth it. What do you guys think about that? Going out for a walk when it's raining, or maybe it's raining for days, so you kind of have to just make it happen. Do you guys do it or not? So we have Cabra Mystic saying Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. And we have David who just joined and who is also my top fan. So a lot of people at work at this time. This is why live streams are hit and miss. Cold Dublin, typical Irish winter weather. You're right. And let's not forget we're in the north of Europe. North, cold. I think it's very expected for the weather to be cold, and I wouldn't be complaining about it. That's why I have the waterproofs for the walks and everything. But the thing is that I think because SAD, seasonal affective disorder, a lot of people have it because the days are very short and typical working hours, let's take office working hours like 9 to 5, 10 to 6, in and around that frame. People stay a lot of times longer at work, come a bit earlier, and that's it. These are the peak hours, because nowadays it's around 4:30. The sunset is at about 4:30 in Dublin. So we have people chatting away and saying, where are you originally from? And then somebody else is guessing, are you in a Scandinavian country? Then we have another same person saying, here in Portlaoise it's raining, Ireland. So I always say to people that if you want to know where I'm from, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel where I help people pronouncing surnames. Surnames that are from my country and that are hard to pronounce, definitely hard to pronounce if you don't speak the language. So if you want to know, go to that. Just go to playlists and you'll see the flag and then let us know here in the comments. I just like making it a bit more interactive. So then we're saying, are you in a Scandinavian country? No, but if I was to go to a Scandinavian country from my country, where I'm originally from, I would only have to take a ferry, and it's a very kind of, it's very easy to reach with ferry. Very easy to reach by ferry. So very, very, very close, specifically to Sweden. And speaking of Sweden, I had a beautiful, beautiful trip to Sweden last year. It's actually, I filmed some of it. It's in a playlist called Swedish Lapland. It's unbelievable. You guys have to see it if you haven't yet. If you are part of my channel, you probably have seen it anyway. But it's fabulous. It was like minus 30 degrees Celsius. Then it really Actually, it then increased quite a lot. It almost went up quite a bit, but that's back in Stockholm. But in the Swedish Lapland, it can go very low, like up to minus 40 and below, because it's only 200 kilometers away from the Arctic Circle. Can you believe it? I took the sleeper train to get from Stockholm to Kiruna, which is the Swedish Lapland, and oh my, you have to see it. So it's just called Swedish Lapland playlist. Absolutely fabulous. And I am getting so many views on few of those videos. One in particular, where I traveled with a sleeper train. People are just consuming that video like crazy. Because when I was booking that train, actually, it was hard to find any footage. Hard to understand what's the type of there are these different carts, there are these different kind of rooms, the cabins, different levels, different things you can book. You can just sit down for the whole time. You can have a sleeping experience. You can have sleeping experience in a group cabin where females only, male only. You can book a cabin for yourself, but that cabin has 3 spots, so you'll have to buy the other 2 spots as well if you want to be by yourself. So a lot of different things that you sort of like feel a bit confused when you're booking because there was no pictures on the website, nothing. So that video is fire. You have to check it out. I have like I don't know, it's like 5 point something thousand views and a lot of watch hours. So we have some more in the chat. Here in Portlaoise, yes, no Portlaoise, it's raining. Well, I'm sure it's coming to Dublin. I feel that the last few days, like the rain never stopped. It was just more rain or less rain. So, the guess is Estonian. Not Estonian, but I'm from the Baltics. So if it's not Estonia, it could either be Lithuania or Latvia. Here we're saying, there we go. Perfect. So we have 4 people on. Quality, not quantity, remember that. Everybody's top fan. I really love that. It's great that you guys have just joined in. I'm having some coffee. What about yourselves? Are you having any tea, coffee? I have some water as well. I drank my 1 glass of water with lemon. I like it warm. I like hot water in the morning. And then I have another glass cup of water, but this is actually supporting my phone while I'm filming. So, let's not leave. Let's keep the momentum going. somebody else has hair or long hair and you just want to clip it all together because I want to clip it together. So David is asking, do you find it expensive here and compared to home? Ireland is my home, David, for many years now. I have to say that the food cost across the Europe is very similar priced. Very similar. Either you'll go to Iberia or the Baltics. Let's say if you go, I don't know, the prices of the food are basically identical pretty much, you know. Say you're buying now, I'd say, yeah, there are maybe few differences, but I think generally prices are becoming very so much same. But then I think the salaries, of course, that's the difference, you know. When it comes to property prices, just like renting or buying, those are going up quite a bit as well. Of course, we're talking about supply and demand. You know, if we're going to go to the cities, the rent is higher. Same with Ireland, same with any country really. The more jobs there are, the more opportunities there are, the higher the rent. It's even when you're buying the property, same kind of stuff, you know? So, do I find it more expensive here? I don't think so. I actually don't think so. Mm-mm. I think then the next thing that you're comparing the quality of service, the quality of food, you know, the freshness of the food. Actually, over the weekend, I went to one of the farmers markets. I wanted to get some veggies, you know, and they also had like the butchers on the wheels. I got some mince and Cumberland sausages. What else? Mm. Oh yeah, eggs. So two boxes by six. One was large and one was like medium. I found that eggs from the butchers here in Ireland would be like if you I know kind of prices because I was filming a lot of little videos, you know. I kind of know the egg prices from there at the back of my mind. If you're buying, for example, eggs from Lidl and it's six and it's a bit of a higher range, like organic or free range or whatnot, I felt that buying from the butcher was like same price or cheaper actually, but you're actually supporting a local business, so to speak, you know. So I like that idea of supporting. Will we have a cat joining us? Maybe, we'll see. Yay! No, he went away slightly. But yeah, that's my take on it. Getting the veggies there over the weekend. It was a good experience actually. It was nice to get something different, you know. Actually, FYI, it was lashing rain. Saturday, it never stopped. It was going non-stop, but the farmers market was still operating. So I felt like almost like giving an extra incentive, you know, to people who are working that day. Like it's hard to work on a farmer's market, you know, when you look at it, the whole setup, the selling, especially people who are selling like the fresh goods, like things that can go off, you know. So we have more questions. The price of cars here are really expensive compared to of Central Europe. Taxation is severe over here. Well, David, maybe you can tell us more about the car prices. But you know what I'll tell you? I remember that I remember that typically a lot of people from Ireland would go to UK to buy cars. But then the Brexit happened and that also changed in terms of is it worth it? Is it still worth it? I know people used to go to Belfast, for example, to buy a car. Let me know if you've done that or you think that is still something that's happening. It's great having people over. It's lovely to have chats. Actually, this is exactly why I'm doing these live streams. These live streams once in a blue moon, right? So I've asked you, how are you? We have two votes. One is saying good and another is saying meh. Myself, what do I think? Am I feeling good, bad, okay, or meh? I'd say I'm feeling good. Yeah. I'd say I'm feeling good. Yeah. So yeah, we just talked about the price of cars. Price of cars. I keep scratching my face because when I have the hair down, it almost like it tickles my face and my nose. So there you go. Explanation. Nobody asked, but here you go. While I still have you guys, Cabra Mystic, David Byrne, we have Audrey and Elizabeth. While I still have you here, guys, I want to ask you, you are top fans of my channel, so you are the people who are actually watching the videos. Maybe you throw in a comment here and there. Why do you watch my videos? Why are you part of my channel? Why? Give us a little bit of a background. One or two things that you like. What I'm doing right, essentially. And then we can go to what I'm doing wrong. And that's it. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Fair play. I really like when people are setting the tone. For example, David here is just saying, good morning, everyone in the chat. That's exactly what you want, you know? That's what you want. You want people who are kind. I love the good communicators, but not everyone is a good communicator. You know, to become a good communicator, you have to put a lot of work. That's one thing. Some people are naturally good communicators, and when they put more work into it, even more, so then there is a talent and extra knowledge, and those two come together, and their communication becomes even better. You know, those people would be particular good managers, team leaders. You know, when you can communicate, you can reach outcomes with your team, with your family, with yourself. Communication is huge. I remember doing communication course. Oh, so I studied psychotherapy and counseling here in Dublin, Ireland, while working full time in banking. So I studied part time while working full time. It's been it's been very very intense, really intense years, and I have graduated. Yay! For the past few years now, and I've been still working full time in finance and working part time building my psychotherapy practice. So, what I can say is, I've decided to do the communication course as well, actually. Back when I started the psychotherapy and counseling, in the first year of course, I also did communication course. That's just separate. I was already actually booked into that before I was booked into my degree. That course was excellent. Um, just like in that course, which took here also in Dublin, it was like it had like a certain level as well. I think it was like level 6, la 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 la, on QQI. But the reason why it was good to do that communication course, we actually covered a lot of cases of miscommunication in media, miscommunication of the big brands and the consumers, and all that kind of stuff, you know? Like, you know, when you have a pack of crisps and it says, like, this is, and there is like a crisps, pictures and whatnot, and there is like a little asterisk and it's saying, this is not the real size of the crisps, so that obviously, that the consumer cannot complained then to the company saying, why is my crisp not exact that side? Lots of different cases we covered, and there were also, like, you know, exams and group activities and assignments essentially. So we are a little bit quiet, and David was very keen to talk, which I really like, but you know, I'm sure that we need one or two more people for the chat to keep the chat going, especially a few people said they were actually working, but you know, they're just joining in for a minute and they may be gone, because that's what it is when you're working. And if you're thinking, I'm off today, I took a day off, and that's why I can log in here and do a bit of this and have a bit of this, such as my morning coffee. We have hello and hello back to you. And we have more about how are you. So the things are changing. So we have one says good, one says bad, and one says meh. So we had already the good. Oh, so we have now three. Three. Is the bad? I think it's new. So, and then the explanation that you're actually sick. So how long have you been sick for? And what's happening? How are you feeling? Is it flu or is it something, different? Oh my gosh. Do you or anyone from your circle, have you or anyone from your circle been sick over like December or Christmas or recently? Because there was this nasty bug, and I actually bumped into a couple of people in the past few days, and I know somebody who was sick like before the new year, around the new year, before the new year, and is still sick now. Like we are pretty much departing January. So what's the story here? So you're saying you're 2 days sick, and tell us a little bit more. Is it a flu or is it something else? So then David is saying, I am usually quiet and would be the last to say, for instance, sign out and sing out in karaoke, but if I get to know someone for a short while, it tends to loosen up. Everyone is different, I suppose. But see, David, you're very active in the chat. So as you're saying, different um, environments are also sort of showing different sides of ourselves and allowing us or disabling us in that environment. I've seen several people being very different in, for example, if they're around their family or they're around their colleagues, it's almost like they're totally different. And us also the friends, and also we've all seen that situation where it's like somebody's very bubbly and happy, and that they meet somebody who maybe was their like bully when they were a school kid or something like that, and that energy just shifts and changes and person just goes to their shell. That's awful experience. I got these bird feeders, and the birds are using them. I tell you what, you can get the bird feeders as well, and you'll see it doesn't matter where you live, like apartment, house, anywhere. You will be surprised. Like I see a bird right now. This bird is called the great tit. They have the yellow bellies, and they're a typical Irish garden bird. So, my Irish wildlife knowledge. I have this lovely book. Whenever I see the bird that I don't know the name of, I look up in the book. And because it's an Irish wildlife book, you will find a bird. Because if I would get just like the book of the birds of the whole world, imagine, you know, you might take some time actually figuring out which bird it was. It's only 28 minutes that I'm live, but actually feels good. That's exactly what I wanted, a bit of interaction, you know. Now, question, $1 million question. If we were to do live streams sometimes, what kind of time is the good time? Like, theoretically, what kind of time and weekday is good? I don't know if I'll be able to make these times and days, but if you think of what kind of time would you be able to join the live stream, what would that be? Saturday and Sunday? I don't think it would work for me, to be honest. I would dread it. Weekend has to be something that if you don't have to be anywhere, you have to just do your own thing, make your own plans, go have fun, basically, you know? And talking is fun, but when you have to be somewhere on your day off, all of a sudden it can be not fun anymore. Please give me some hearts if you agree with that. Just press heart, heart, heart. I would reply to you in the chat, but I don't think that I can do that on my phone. I can only do questions, for example, polls and questions. So, how is everyone keeping? How is everyone doing? How is everyone keeping on this lovely Friday? Are we working? Are we off, like myself today? And I would like to stretch my legs 1 second. Ouch. Because if you will sit your legs crisscrossed, you know that eventually they will go very numb and it will be very, very painful. Speaking of health and pain, stretches. If you're not doing your stretches, like a lot of us, a lot of times, do your stretches. Speaking of the cost and food cost and stuff cost, there are some mats. There are some yoga mats in Lidl for as little as 10 euros, I believe. And why not to get something like that and just stretch it out on the floor? They also had dumbbells and kettlebells. Kettlebell for 15 euros or less. Dumbbells, I think like a fiver each or €4 each. That's good. They even had reformer Pilates machines or like 179. This is totally unsponsored, but because I was filming these videos as I am, that's what I upload here, I remember these things. And I'm like, you go on Amazon and you're sort of like, yeah. And then you go to Lidl and things are kind of better quality and they're there. You can just buy it and take it home. So I've asked a question about when is the good time for you to have live stream? When would it work for you? So David is saying that this is a difficult question. For sure, timing live is not so easy unless it appears in the notifications. That's right. There are a few things. Live streams can be scheduled. I've done scheduling about 2 or 3 times in the past. It didn't really work. It didn't make any difference. I even prepared a thumbnail. I was like, I'm gonna go professional on this. And I was professional sitting by myself in the therapy room talking away. But then I suppose there is another thing where people who want to watch you, they will watch the replay, and that's okay. That time it just didn't work, and it was just like you talking by yourself in a room. It's a bit like a lecture rather than a live kind of chat thing situation. But that's that. So, are we going to talk about a few more things? Are we going to finish up for today? Because I have a question. For those who celebrate Christmas and received Christmas cards, some of you may have received many, and the rest of you may have received a few, or maybe one or two. What do you do with the Christmas cards after the Christmas? While you're thinking about that, I actually just remembered something. There is a little thing of the stickers, you know, and that's new thing to my channel, super thanks and super stickers. When you're watching my videos where you can leave a thumbs up, on that little line, there is something called super thanks, or I think it's just thanks. So now you can literally buy a little thanks for as little as €2 or as much as then almost any price, any amount really. And there is also something called super sticker. So while I'm live or I'm premiering a video, like now, for example, I'm live, when you're in the chat, just play around with the chat and there are like stickers. So some stickers have a price tag, again, €1, 150, €5, all the different amounts. You can now send amounts of money for me basically. And believe it or not, but That's not something that just happens on your YouTube channel. It's like you have to reach certain quotas of watch hours and all the different things. So that's the new thing on my channel. What's happening else? It's the monetization. I'm not monetized yet. Monetization. So, oh yeah, I literally need to lay down when I'm speaking about YouTube Partner Program because it's such a minefield. So, YouTube Partner Program is something that's a little bit, I don't know, comprehensive, and sometimes you feel like you'll never get there. You need to collect certain watch hours. 4,000 watch hours on the horizontal videos, on these long videos, not on shorts. And you have to collect these 4,000 hours in the past 365 days. So, for example, as of today, I'm still short of 140 hours because it's taking your analytics from like last year to now. Last year, this day to now. And it's really kind of like I just need 140 extra hours, but that's the catch. Like, this is the catch, exactly. You sometimes don't need that much. You only have 140 left out of 4,000. You've obviously done already a lot of work, but you're still not there. So I am not monetized. Like, this, nothing is monetized. Everything I'm doing here is just like for my own leisure kind of thing. So just wanted to say that. And if people want to help, best help now is like watching the videos, watching those long format videos. Just go to the playlist and just play it. Swedish Lapland or anything that has these long videos, not the shorts, but long videos. Go to playlist and just hit play all. Maybe we'll be able to achieve this soon. And even when you achieve the monetization, there is still a lot of other things. You know what things? Um, Even when you're monetized, there is something like you have to have like a minimum of 70 euros of revenue a month to get paid. So if you don't have many watch hours, and let's say it's not like you'll be paid 10 cent, if you get me, you need to reach the 70 euro threshold to be even eligible for the payment. So I think that it could be very interesting to even reach that monetization and then to see that like it's gonna take another 25 years to be paid a euro. That's just a bit sarcastic, but I wanted to update you with real things here happening. So we have a little bit more in the chat, and I will see what's the story here. So my favorite channel is Watch It for Days. It is a review channel that reviews old TV series. Sometimes I can catch it live, but I mostly watch the pre-recorded shows. The creator has a Buy Me a Coffee. Fun fact, I also have Buy Me a Coffee, and that is on the description of my channel or whatever. YouTube keeps 30% of tips. You're better to have a separate method. There you go. Yeah, that's the thing. But you know yourself, like everything comes in its own time with its own knowledge and its own a kind of practice. Practice makes perfect. I think that a lot in life is about like literally not knowing. When you are just like, you don't know. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could do that. Don't you agree with me? One seckie. There we go. So, YouTube keeps 30% of tips. Hi everyone, how is everyone keeping? I have a question to you. No, we have only one person though. Do you think I have hair extensions? Or do you think my hair is my own? And here we go. We can see myself with a fringe. Woohoo! I actually figured something. I actually figured something. I forgot about it. I can live stream my food hauls if I wanted to. But I'll tell you what, sometimes the internet is just not good. So there goes that. I've seen actually this video a few days ago. I thought it was really cool. So, how I am filming my food hauls are like I'm just holding the phone and I'm talking, right? But I saw something like a person had like a cart, the wheelie cart, the trolley, and then they kind of had their camera there and they were facing themselves, so they were kind of like walking around the shop. The angle is quite nice. But see, he was actually that's on YouTube. His name is Sal and he's on the journey of losing weight. So he's going, his highest weight was 700 pounds and now he's down, I believe, at least 100 pounds, which is huge, isn't it? And he's just like uploading what he's eating and what he's buying. So essentially, like food hauls. And I watched like two videos of his, and this is the angle that he's using, by the way. So I thought maybe it would be cool to try. But a lot of my hauls, I actually don't buy these things. I just show you how much they cost. So, like, oops, sorry about that. Sorry for fright. But I don't buy like things. I only show you like, oh, this is how much the eggs are going for. This is how much this is going for. In the past, I used to like show you what I'm buying while I'm buying. But then I realized not everything that I'm buying might be of interest to people. And maybe what I'm buying is like a lot of similar stuff over and over again. But yeah, the hair is down. I'm in business. I'll be finishing up soon, but I'll stay for a little bit because we have a bit more messages and few more joining. So David is saying, are you also on Patreon? That is more creator friendly. I'm not on Patreon because I don't know. I suppose I felt like I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet in terms of like doing like some sort of campaigns or anything like that, or like extra videos or some videos that are members only. That's like the whole thing, I think. I mean, I suppose I have buy me a coffee thing if people want to send something, but that's gonna all come in the future. I kind of had good few balls to be juggling in the past while, so yeah. My main focus was to get monetized on YouTube, mainly to get the videos coming. And like November and October, you didn't guys get much out of me, from me at all. So David is saying that he thinks that my little walkabouts are good camera and sound is good quality. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. I sometimes rewatch my videos and I feel the same. I feel like the sound is good, it's understandable, and like the speed is good, it's not too fast, it's not too slow. Hi everyone, very welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm uploading food hauls, grocery hauls in here, Dublin, Ireland. I see the cat here spinning around, very happy. I'm uploading cat shorts as well. So many cat shorts. Take a look. Good evening, just randomly found you. Video and audio quality are great. Thank you so much, Richard. And you're very welcome here. You're saying good evening. So we want to know, where are you right now? Because in Ireland, it's probably around 10 a.m. right now. And we're gonna say to you good morning back. So you were new to here, to me, to my channel. I am essentially uploading video hauls, food hauls, grocery hauls in here, Dublin, Ireland, showing the cost of living and also cat videos. My cats are silver shaded British short hair. One is 5, another is 3 years of age. And they also get up to something very, very cute. And you can see that under the shorts. And as I'm on the journey getting monetized and I need still 140 watch hours, please watch all my videos, especially the ones that are horizontal. So horizontal, yes, horizontal, the long videos, just like the food hauls, because only they count towards my monetization journey. Shorts also count, but you need so many of them that I will never meet that quota. No. So Richard is saying good evening, hi, and also David is saying hi. What are you guys having? Tea, coffee, food? Have people eaten yet? Hi, mate. Maybe we have Australia. Maybe I'll be able to show you this lovely cat. What do you reckon? And say hi. Everybody's doing their jobs. My cat is, I suppose, hunting in a way. David is saying, lol, lot of laugh. I saw your cat page. So many, so many. I am more a dog person. I can walk my dog for hours. I don't think I've ever seen anyone walk a cat. There you go. Yeah, no, I love pets. I love cats and dogs. What kind of dog do you have? And what walks do you enjoy most? Like nature walks? You just go like I don't know, street walking, morning walking, night walking, both. Gorgeous cat. I have a mini dash hunt. Oh my gosh, mini dash hunt. Hello, mini dash hunt and Richard. Yeah, dash hunt. Yeah, they're a new kind of breed. Really, they're new. I've seen few of them around. Yeah, I know somebody who also has them. One who has one. So tell us more about your dog. How old is your dog? And you know the way, because they have like quite short legs, what do you think? Do they get like tired quickly when they're walking, or maybe they're very energetic? Do you feel there is any challenges they face when they're walking? Like for a long time. I wish I was able to like reply to the chat from my phone, but I can't. Don't know why, really. Maybe I can. No, I can't actually. No worries. So what I can is I can actually change a question. Q&A. So replace Q&A would be, let's pick a color. Oops. All right. So, we have a question here. And because I'm working with my phone, so obviously it's all, you see me, I don't know, on the phone or what, but I'm asking everyone, how many pets would you have? So, about the greyhound. He has just turned 2, so he's still full of energy. Stamina is very good because the lung to body ratio is huge. Wow, that's great. They're just cute dogs. The only thing I'm sometimes thinking, how are they feeling on these long walks? Now, David is saying, I grew up with dogs all my life. We had a few different breeds from mongrel, German Shepherd, and few in between. My pug was a fave. He had a funny character. His name was Jack. Lovely. That's great. Pets, they really make the life just like more interactive. And I mean, there is a lot of research done that, especially for people who live by themselves, believe it or not, but for some people, it's like a motivation to pretty much wake up the next day, to have a day ahead, to feed or cat or dog or any other pet. If it's a dog, to walk the dog, there is a routine. It gets you out of the house. Well, with cat, I suppose if you need to buy food or litter, it gets you out of the house. Yes, you can also order it online, but I remember reading that research when I studied psychotherapy and counseling. We talked about like suicide prevention, about loneliness and stuff. And there is literally research that having a pet, especially for those who are single or lonely or maybe lost their partner, or is just like, I don't know, living rural or not having any friends or having some personality disorders that are preventing them from mingling with people, etc., like, you know, social anxiety and similar, having a pet is actually enhancing your life and can even, in a way, prolong your life because there is somebody to look after, reason to live for. You guys, you have four people now. Do you know what's mad? Mad is that A, I'm getting hungry and I'll be going to eat my breakfast. And B, that we have people who are talking, like very civil conversations, no nonsense, so to speak. And that's what I really appreciate. It's nice to have a just nice community around. Can I? Oops, here we go. How many pets would you have? I would have. Hmm. You know what? How many pets would I have? I think my number could go really high. Very high. But I think now it's going well. It's going well with the 2 cats. Richard's saying, did you say you're in Ireland? Yes, both myself and David are in Ireland. Now, David, did you try black pudding? Great breakfast food. There you go. So we'll stay for another minute or so and we'll be finishing up for today. But the good news is that you have the food hall coming out tomorrow and it's gonna be on the premiere. It's gonna be premiering there. You can, if you click notification, it's gonna just let you know when it's starting. But I have scheduled a good few videos. I have pre-filmed food hauls. I actually really like in particular a few videos. I have kind of went differently and I've done the basic grocery shop prices, But also, I've actually done specifically dairy cost in Dublin, Ireland in January 2026. I've done the meat cost. So something that's, oh, I've done the plants. Plants in Lidl are actually fabulous right now. They're gorgeous, very good value as well. Now, if you have pets like I do, some of those plants are toxic, for example, to cats, so I can't buy it. But I would, believe me, I would. For 8.99, they have massive plants. Jesus, David, if you're here in Ireland, as you said you are, and if you need plants, Lidl have gorgeous ones. Of course, just look after because you have a dog, so make sure that you're good. Richard, just subscribed. Thank you so much. You'll be seeing me around. I'm, posting the posts and the polls and doing some live streams and everything. Good night to you. David, was great to have you around. You're saying enjoy your breakfast. Yes, I like black pudding, but prefer white pudding. Black can sometimes be too spicy for breakfast. And David is also saying Scottish version of pudding is haggis. Now that is really spicy. On that note, I wish everyone to have a good day ahead, and let's go for those walks. Let's get that work done, and we'll see each other very soon.